Hello, this is another tough video, tell a friend, and it's about the definition of what is a drug and what is an addiction. I've done a lot of videos on, creating more happiness in your life. And now you could translate that into, hey, take drugs and you're happy. And so drugs make you happy, but short term maybe for some hours, and then long term they make you, so they is like always it has a negative a negative effect, and it has a positive effect, so it usually has both, like in whole life. And as an addiction, whenever I tell somebody, because I'm very involved in this body, mind, food and meaning stuff, and happy, active, healthy 100 plus, so live longer and happier and so on, and then people say, but you are addicted. And that's true. I'm addicted, for example, to drinking water, and I'm also addicted to food, so that is an addiction. I also have an addiction to air, I have to breathe, so I have addictions, but maybe these are good addictions, or I don't know. So this is why I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about this, what is a drug and what is an addiction. Now I have separated these drugs into body, internal, and then on the other side as body, like external creation. So body internal, generation, and external generation. So this is kind of a drug. I take alcohol or so, and which is not created internally, and body internal would be like hormones and other substances. So if I go on body internal, there is a split I have to do also, which I can do by myself, yeah, and then where I need other people, yeah. So I need another person, and you'll see why that is. So, for example, one of the things is laughing, to laugh, and so I can laugh by myself. So it's one of these ones. I can do sports, sports, exercise, so I can do that. I can, for example, can have body contact. So I embrace somebody. So here I already need other people. Here I need other people. For these ones, I don't. Maybe it's better to do it with other people, but I don't. Then, for example, for sex, orgasm, well, you could do it by myself, yes, or intercourse, and there you would need another person. And there we have this, which is very, very close to this, it's close body contact, or body-skin contact, yeah? So if somebody's smoking, here, this one, and he might want to replace that with intercourse and close body contact, I think it's as much fun as smoking, and don't tell me the cigarette after is needed. So if you replace the two, I think it's very beneficial to go for close body contact and intercourse rather than smoking a cigarette. And then obviously thoughts. Yeah, if you have clean thoughts, and you can have them by yourself, then that's good. Then another thing is, and that is now going a little bit in, here need other people, or need the environment. So if you have trees, and if you have, mountains and a river and so on, then that's fine. You like that. So, and that is something, what I want to describe with, you get it via your senses. So nose, ear, mouth, and eyes, and here we have a lot of skin. So it's all the senses you have around your body, and that is fantastic that these ones actually trigger, they trigger positive things, but they can as well trigger negative things, so depending on what you do. I would say these ones, all of those, generate drugs. Yeah, drugs. And now we have, so they generate the body internal drugs. That's what they generate. And here there is one thing, there's a genetic predisposition to produce these ones. So if you are low on those, you are rather not happy. That means you often then go to body external drugs, which is, I would rather kind of intensify these things in order to push I have to do more than maybe somebody that is genetically more a happy person or a internal drug producing machine, you know. But now let's go to the body external drugs. And they're actually not a lot. You know, it's eating, to eat, it's drink, yeah, and then it's smoke, yeah, and then it's via blood, you know, like an injection. Yeah, it's not a lot you can do there. And now for eating, body external, now you could now separate in some that has a positive effect or some stuff that has a negative effect. For example, if you eat an avocado bread with full corn or full grain, then that may be a good thing. But if you eat like sugary stuff, or if you drink a smoothie, that is maybe kind of on the bad side because lots of sugar and so on. So what I can put in here, eat and drink, if you say sugar is bad and alcohol is relatively bad. And here I want to come to one of the things that then go into this direction of being happy. Now this laughing and being happy, you know, like this, laugh, smile, feeling well, coziness, and so on. And here, if you, while you eat something and that is, you enjoy that, what you eat, even if it's a sugary drink, then that pays a little bit into the pleasure. You know, you have pleasure doing it. So the negative impact is a bit reduced. The extreme thing is for smoking. You know, you smoke a cigarette, and if that really relaxes you, you put up your feet, you do a pause, you meditate during your cigarette, and so on, then the cigarette may have some positive influence, and it will have some negative influence. I go later to that, short term, long term, and we had the smoking thing here, replace the cigarette with close body contact, and I think both your health and your partner will be fine. Now, blood injection and so on, you can take heroin, you know, maybe you get addicted. Also, heroin is not that addictive as like crack or other stuff. Here, heroin would be, I would say it would be a negative thing. So like heroin I consider negative. There might be controversial blood injections where you replace your blood with young blood, or with other substances in the blood that is good for you, centrosin cells or some stuff. Then that may have a good influence on your body. I want to say another thing, and that is, with that I want to stop, and that is that we can kind of draw, as always, this is a very linear thing. We can say if you have a too low intensity of body internal drugs, then that's a negative thing. So you have too little drugs, yeah, in your body. And obviously, giving those drugs is better. You take them from here, from that side, rather than from the external. But here, for example, replacing, maybe even a good thing. Now, and then you have obviously an area where you say, in this, that's excellent, excellent level of drugs in your body. You feel happy, you are sane, it doesn't hurt your body, and then you have a kind of a gray zone. Yeah, gray zone. And I consider this here, for example, the zone where you kind of drink a glass of glass of wine. So the gray zone is a glass of wine good? Maybe 0.1 liter of wine, and if you enjoy it, enjoy, and you just take the pleasure part of the drug. So I'm relaxed, I'm happy, I feel like the taste on my tongue is good, and I enjoy that wine. Maybe it's an expensive wine. Maybe I paid 10 euro for this glass of wine, and I really enjoy it. I don't buy a bottle of wine 1 liter for 2 euro, and it's only for the alcohol. So that would be bad, while this glass of red wine would be a good thing. Okay, and so there, as you might have imagined, there is a part that harms health. Yeah, that harms your health. But now there's one thing with what I want to close, and that is, which I mentioned here, the long-term and short-term effect. Now, this is always this thing about, I write instant gratification. Instant gratification. Yeah, people that need a high instant gratification, that means that always want to have the immediate feedback. You do something, you work for 1 hour, and then you want money. It's not that you work for a year or 2 or 3, you go to university, you study very hard, and then maybe 10 years later you get repaid. So the instant gratification is something that you smoke the cigarette and you have instant gratification, you're happier. But long term, so LT, so this would be here short term, and this is long term. It's very, very bad for you. And here people are better off that do not need this instant gratification and that go for long term kind of benefits to your health. With that, I want to end. For me, it helped a lot to get my ideas clear, what a drug is, what an addiction is. And as always, there is, first this Shakespeare thing, there is no good, there is no bad. The thinking makes it so. So if somebody is a smoker, I may not think bad about him. With that, yes, there is also this saying. With this I want to close, and that is, I know that I don't know. So I have talked about drugs, and I've said what I think about it, but I know that maybe what I presented here may not be correct. Maybe there will be even flaws in it. It's very superficial because it's only 12 minutes, 13 minutes. But I know that I don't know. So, and that is a very philosophical and very wise statement that is, as far as I know, more than 2,000 years old. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.